All right, in this video, we are going to practice converting an estimate to an invoice. I have the exercise pulled over here on the right-hand side. This is what we're going to follow along with. And this is pulled from our basic level ProAdvisor certification course. If you would like more information about that course, there is a link below in the description. Feel free to click on that after we go through this exercise. But let's dive right in and see what we're going to do today. The outdoor background for developer photography is complete. It's now time to send out that invoice. Now you need to be in the same session of the sample company that you did the previous two exercises in. If you have not completed those yet, go ahead and click on the link on the top right corner of your screen. That'll take you to the first exercise, complete that one and the one after that, and then come back to this one. They all build on each other, so it's really important to start with that first one. I have the sample company pulled up here on the left-hand side of my screen. This is the last page that I left off of from the previous exercise, which is why it shows this way. So let's get started with the exercise. First, we need to find the estimate we created in the previous exercise. From the left navigation bar, we're going to hover over sales and then select customers. Now I'm going to pause here for a moment because from this particular screen, there's other ways to get there. We can click on customers right here. We can click on customers right here. But let's assume that you are not actually on this page when you are going to be changing this estimate to an invoice. If that's the case, we're going to follow along what it says here on the exercise. So again, from that left navigation bar, we're going to hover over sales and then select customers. Here is sales right here. Hover over that and then select customers. Now we're going to click on the light blue estimates button box to get a list of our estimates. That is right here. Go ahead and click on that. Now this will present you with the list of all the customers with open in estimates. In our case, there is only one, and that is the one that we created, that estimate we created earlier. So now this time we need to click on Start an Invoice to create that invoice. So click Start Invoice. And when you do, you will notice that a drawer pop appears on the right-hand side with the details of the estimate. This is what needs to be moved over into the invoice. So go ahead and click on that add right there. And now everything that was part of that estimate is now included here on the invoice. We need to make a one little minor adjustment because the design ended up taking only 8 hours instead of 10. So on the design line in the quantity field, we need to change the number from 10 to 8. That is this first line right here, that quantity for the design. Delete that 10 and put 8 instead. When you hit the tab key or you click out of this, you will see that QuickBooks has automatically adjusted the amount here for the entire balance. All we need to do now is just click on the down arrow next to Save and Send and then select Save and Close. That is right here, that down arrow, you're going to select that. Now, as a pause here, as an aside, in a real life scenario, when you're working with clients and you're sending out invoices, you can actually click that Save and Send button because we do have their email address. In the sample company, sending emails of any sort is not a feature of the sample company. And so we are simply just going to save and close this. So click on that right there. And that invoice has now been saved. If you liked this exercise or you want to learn a little bit more about that basic level ProAdvisor certification course, be sure to click on the link below in the description, and I will see you in the next exercise.